Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppets. Today looking at a collaboration beer between a Danish and a Polish brewery. You guys have probably heard of Amager here in Denmark. It's one of my all-time favorite Danish breweries. They make great beer. They're actually doing they're doing an expansion. They're moving to a new location at the moment. And they've been celebrating 10 years this year as well. I believe they started in 2007, and they've done a lot of different beers for this occasion, among others some collaborations and whatnot. And I think this is not entirely for that occasion. I'm not entirely sure because it didn't state it on the label. A lot of the 10th anniversary beers has it on the label, but this is still a special beer nonetheless because it's made in collaboration with Pracownia Piwa in Poland. One of the more famous and highly acclaimed Polish craft breweries out there at the moment. Polish beer scene, if you don't know, is booming with amazing beer. So it's worth a shot, a lot of the Polish beer for sure. So this will be interesting. So this, guys, is the Amager and Pracownia Piwa, the Red Hetman. Fairly limited release beer. This is an Imperial Baltic porter that they call Czarniecki style. And I butchered it. I just heard how to pronounce it and I already forgot it because I was thinking of all the info about this beer. But, was it Czarniecki, I think, something like that. But it's a fun little story on this one. This is an Imperial Baltic porter. They spent so long to get this beer ready. It's a limited release that they did not too many bottles of, and it's set apparently getting ready for quite a long time in the tank. I don't know if it was just still fermenting or what happened, or if it was lagering, but it's an Imperial Baltic porter. So it probably would have needed some lagering. Not entirely sure on it, but they kept posting, it will be out soon, and it's out. And I've been sitting on it for a bit before I cracked it for this review. So it's a tribute to the relations between Denmark and Poland, which is really awesome. I have a good amount of Polish subscribers, so Denmark and Poland for the win. This is also a little knock on the Swedes, because if you guys don't know, Denmark and Sweden is the two countries in the world, I believe, with the most wars between them. There's been so many conflicts in the past between the Swedes, but nowadays we love them, and I think they love us too. But this is a kind of a tribute to these moments and between Danish and Polish history, because this beer was inspired by Polish nobleman Stefan Czarniecki, and I actually at first thought, oh, this is probably one of these funny stories that Amager makes up, but it's true. This guy was a Polish nobleman and some kind of officer in the army, and he helped the Danes win over the Swedes. So this is kind of like a Polish and Denmark team up here, and they're making fun of the Swedes. They say that yeah, had it not been for this brave soldier, maybe Denmark would be part of Sweden now. Who knows? But funny stuff, funny stuff. So this Imperial Baltic porter is quite different because it's brewed with bison grass. And it's got loads of other things in there. It's, among others, a malt bill is Pale Ale, Munich, Care Munich 2, Chocolate, Black Malt, Carafa Special 2, and then they also put in white sugar. The hops is Columbus, and they use lager yeast because it's a Baltic porter, which is a porter fermented with lager yeast. But bison grass in an Imperial porter, and that, I guess, traces back a bit to the whole idea of the Polish tradition. If you don't know, bison grass is very famous for being in a Polish vodka called Żubrówka, which I drank way too much of in high school. I had a Polish friend in high school, and he would often bring back bottles he got very cheaply in Poland, and we would drink way too much of it. So we'll see. It'd be interesting to see if I can recognize the flavor. But we got the Red Hetman poured, guys. 11% Imperial Baltic porter in the glass. Really nice, dark, almost pitch black color. There is a little bit of a dark ruby red note in the bottom of the glass, but other than that, it looks really nice. Nice little beige head on there. But let's check out the aroma on the Red Hetman. Whoa, that is so weird. I saw another Danish blogger name this as coconut. I'm not smelling really coconut. I'm smelling pure bison grass. It reminds me of Żubrówka vodka. That's so funny. It's kind of nostalgic almost. It's like layers of rich dark chocolate and bison grass. Like really rich dark chocolate, almost like a slight milky vanilla edge. And it's almost like, maybe it's just me. Lately I've just been saying cinnamon to many things, like tonka bean cinnamon. I don't know why, there's also something in here that reminds me a bit of cinnamon. And maybe I can follow the coconut thing, but it's really the bison grass that's standing out. And it's actually not bad in there. Like, it's an interesting, different aroma. When we drank Żubrówka in high school, we would mix it with apple juice because we thought this flavor of the lemongrass or the lemongrass, the bison grass vodka along with apple juice made it taste kind of apple pie like. So that might be the cinnamon connotation, but it smells pretty nice. Maybe a bit of dark fruits as well, but let's give it a taste, guys. Cheers. Shabrovka barrel aged Imperial Baltic Porter. That is funny. Wow, it's really got that clean lager yeast profile in the end there. You really taste that this is a true Baltic Porter. That kind of just like, it finishes like dry and clean, not really any esters or anything. And then it just loads of bison grass. And that connotation now with cinnamon and high school thinking cinnamon apple mixed drink, apple juice mixed drink, thinking apple pie, it's kind of stuck in there now. So my fellow Danish blogger Sam got coconut. For some reason, it's reminding me of cinnamon, and I don't know about the apple part, but cinnamon. Maybe, yeah, mostly cinnamon. But I guess that's just the unique flavorful profile for the bison grass. Man, Michael, my friend from high school, you need to get yourself a bottle of this. I might be able to get one for you locally because they still have it here. Because that is nostalgia in a glass. That really reminds me of high school and just getting way too hammered and that stuff. We drank so much of it. But other than that big bison grass flavors, it got layers of really rich, deep dark chocolate. Also a hint of milk chocolate type flavor and almost like a hint of vanilla. Really big, complex, quite sweet as well. It's to the sweeter side. Actually, one of the more sweet Baltic porters I've had in a while. It's got a bit of a roasty character, roasty, charry flavor, but it's big sweetness. The white sugar is in there. I guess you won't taste it. Usually that ferments out. But I don't know. I mean, maybe you still taste some in there. That might be some of the sweetness. But I think it's just a combo of big malts. And it's an 11% beer. You know, alcohol sweetness and whatnot. But other than that, you don't really taste the alcohol because of the sweetness. Really nice, slick, oily mouthfeel. Wow, that bison grass is really in there. If you hate Shabrovka vodka, and you know that bison grass flavor, you will not like this. But if you do like it, I think you would really appreciate it. It's almost, as I said, cinnamon-like with stout and porter-like flavors, and or stout or porter-like flavors with like the dark chocolate and milky chocolate notes and roasty char notes. It even has a bit of a prune, dark, fruity, figgy thing going on. This is a really fun collab. Here's to Denmark and Poland. This is actually really tasty. I don't know if it's the best beer I've had from Amager this year. Their Mortician was a really good coffee imperial stout they did in collab with Barrier, but this is also a really good collab. This is really nice actually. Worth the wait, I'd say. I've heard a lot of mixed opinions on it, but I think it's because some people just don't like that bison grass flavor, and that's understandable. I mean, it's quite a unique flavor, but rating wise for me, I'm gonna go 94. I think this is a great Baltic porter. Really rich and sweet, quite complex with all those charry, roasty, toasty notes, sweet kind of brown sugar-esque flavor in there as well, with the layers of like the tons of chocolate, dark chocolate, milk chocolate, and that almost cinnamon-esque or just bison grass flavor. That's cinnamon is the connotation I get with the flavor, and then a bit of a dark fruit pruny thing. I think this will age really well and you'll develop more of those kind of dark fruity flavors. But great stuff. So 94 guys for the Red Hetman. I'm not sure if all of you guys are going to be as into this as I am. It really depends on your feelings toward bison grass because it's in there in abundance. But really fun beer and a cool little story on the side and a cool little tribute to Polish and Danish relations. So if you guys had a chance to try the Amager Bryghus and Pracownia Piwa, the Red Hetman, definitely let me know what you thought of it, guys. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I want to say cheers, and see you guys in another beer review.